Yo, what's up, sports bettors? I got 8 player props for today, and we can start out with Underdog Fantasy. So you're going to see for game 2 of Heat Nuggets, they're running a crazy promo. Okay, so they're boosting on Jokic. You have to include Jokic over or under 27.5 points, but they're boosting 2-pick entries to a 10x payout. So if you look at what they typically offer, it's a 3x payout. Right? So usually Underdog Fantasy, they're only giving you a 3x payout for 2-pick entries. You're including 2 picks in the same entry. You get a 3x payout, right? It doesn't matter what 2 picks you select. You could go with any 2 picks, 2 MLB, 2 tennis, whatever. You're always getting a 3x payout. But for this promo, they're boosting it to a 10x payout. So this is crazy, right? This is a crazy, crazy profitable promo. So I've explained before, but one of the benefits, Underdog Fantasy has been one of my most profitable sports books so far in 2023 is all these books, right? They run different promos. You know, they're trying to keep sports bettors engaged, get new customers. And this promo on Underdog Fantasy is a no-brainer. And the more sports books you have, the more promos you're going to have access to. You know, sometimes Fliff, FanDuel, No House Advantage. Sometimes there's really great promos on these platforms. So the more books you have, the better. So I've explained before, but on Underdog, you get an $100 sign-up bonus. You sign up with code OddsJam. There's a link in the description. Definitely take advantage of this promo. I mean, if you want to make the easiest money you're going to make sports betting, it really is through promos. I mean, Underdog Fantasy is giving you a 10x payout to just win 2 picks. $5 turns into 50. It has a low max bet size. You can only bet $5 on this. But I mean, $5 to win 50, just 2 picks winning. Here are the 2 plays I went with. Jokic over 27.5 points and Natasha Cloud, so a WNBA play, under 11.5 points. And again, Underdog Fantasy, if you don't use this platform, sign up, promo code OddsJam, you get a $100 deposit match. You put in 100, they give you 100 for free. But anyways, let's go ahead, let's get into my next player props. So the first play I found was from the OddsJam Sportsbook screen. So I've explained this betting tool before, but basically it's a really simple tool, right? For any market you want to look at. So I'm currently looking at player points plus assists, right? A kind of niche NBA market. How many points and assists is a player going to have? And you can see here, like, you know, it just reads in data from all the sports books that are posting lines. So what I essentially do is I hunt through the market and I look for value. So if you look at Bruce Brown, there is no value, right? All the books have his line at 12.5. There's no discrepancies. Same thing for Gabe Vincent. All the books have his line at 16.5. There's no value. You're just paying the juice, right? Line movements are highlighted in red and green, but there's no value. There's no value on Jamal Murray. All books have his line at 32.5 with roughly the same odds. There's no discrepancies in the market. But, you know, as a sharp bettor, we're hunting through. You're like an investor, right? Or you're like a poker player. You know, you're waiting, you know, for your spot to make a lot of money. Or as an investor, that's a better example, is you're, you know, searching through the market. You know, there's tens of thousands of possible investments you can make, and you're trying to find those few undervalued bets, right? Those investments with an edge. So essentially, that's the same thing we're doing as a sharp sports bettor with this sportsbook screen, is I'm looking for line discrepancies, right? All of these books, they all think they're so unique, so they all try to set lines independently. So what you're going to see is for Jimmy Butler, again, this is in player points plus assists. You can check out any market you want. But what you're going to see is Underdog and Prize Picks have Butler's line at 32.5, right? All these other sports books, again, as sharp bettors, we treat every book as a data point. All these books have invested millions of dollars into their models. You're not just going to outsmart them, right? If you watched game 1 of the finals and you think, oh, I can outsmart the sports books, there's no chance, right? Every dollar of profit, $90,000 profit I've made in 2023 is by following the data, following the math, because that's what works. You can't just wake up, watch sports, and outsmart the sports books. That's what 99.9% of sports bettors do, and that's why these platforms are in business, right? But long story short, what you're going to see is, whoa, parlay play, they're screwing up the line on Jimmy Butler, right? We found a play with an edge. Parlay play has Butler's line at 31.5 points plus assists. Underdog, Prize Picks, all the sports books are at 32.5. Heck, Caesar Sportsbook, they even have Butler's over 32.5 as the favored outcome. They have lines juiced towards the over. And again, parlay plays a full point lower at 31.5. So that's a play we want to be on. So I've kind of explained how this, parlay play platform works before, but essentially I'll include the math kind of breaking down their payouts in the description. But basically, if you head over to parlay play, and I've explained this numerous times, but as a sharp bettor, you want to have as many sports books as possible, right? Underdog Fantasy is running a super good promo for game 2 of the finals. This is something we want to take advantage of. This is easy money, right? Parlay Play is another, great sports book. They have some good promos, and they also offer an $105 sign-up bonus. You sign up with code OddsJam. So I'll include a link below. But long story short, if you break down kind of the math behind this platform, what you're going to see is it's really simple, right? Parlay Play is just like Prize Picks. So if you look at Prize Picks is what I call a fixed payout platform. So what you're going to see is on Prize Picks, right? Any 6-pick entry you create, doesn't matter if you take overs, unders. I'm looking at cricket. You can take cricket picks. You can take whatever you want. You can take an AFL play. Any 6 picks you select, overs, unders, AFL, NBA, whatever. This is always the payout you're getting. So they're fixed payout platforms. Any 6 picks you select, you're always getting the exact same payout, right? Like this is always your payout. End of story. So what you can do is you can back out, okay, what percentage of my picks do I have to win to be profitable on this platform, right? So the way these platforms make money, like Prize Picks, is they know most people who don't have an advantage, they're only going to be able to get these prop bets correctly 50% of the time. They're going to win 50%, lose 50% of their picks, right? Like if you have no advantage, you picking over versus under is like you flipping a coin. 50% heads, 50% tails. You're not going to have an advantage, right? You're 50-50 to win or lose. But on Parlay Play, you got to win 53.2% of your picks to be profitable. Again, this is all kind of in this, DFS presentation, which I'll include in the description on YouTube, and you can reach out with any questions. But the first play I went with on Parlay Play, or the second play, I guess technically, is from the Fantasy Optimizer. Right? So we already took advantage. Again, we're opportunistic as sports bettors. You're just like a poker player. You don't know what cards you're going to be dealt. We don't know what books are going to offer super good promos. So it turns out Underdog Fantasy had a really good one for today. You also don't know where the value is going to be, right? Sometimes it's in the NHL. Sometimes it's in the MLB. So what you're going to see is the Fantasy Optimizer, Fantasy Optimizer, right? You just go right here. Is you're going to see the play they're recommending is Matthew, right? Tkachuk under 3.5 shots on goal for game 1 of the Stanley Cup, right? So this should make sense, right? The under's 54% to win, so it's profitable in a parlay play entry. So any of these picks winning above 53.2% of the time, they're good to go, right? Winning 51% of your picks doesn't cut it, right? If you win 51, lose 49% of your picks, you have a slight advantage, but you're still going to lose money on Parlay Play long term. You got to win above 53.2% of your picks to be profitable. So these 2 plays are good to go. So you may be like, okay, how is OddsJam determining that Matthew Tkachuk under 3.5 shots on goal is winning above 53.2% of the time on this Fantasy Optimizer, right? Fantasy Optimizer. And it's pretty simple, right? Like it's all based on sportsbook odds. So if you take a look at Tkachuk, right? All of the sports books have his under really heavily favored, right? All of the sports books, look at all the books. They all have his under really heavily favored. It's not just one sports book, it's every sports book. So again, like on Parlay Play, just like Prize Picks, they don't change your payout based on you selecting over versus under, right? Like your payout doesn't change. So obviously, if every single sports book, every single data point, every bookmaker is telling us, yo, this guy's a lot more likely to go under as opposed to over, we want to include his under in our, Parlay Play entry. That's why this play is a sharp bet. Every data point, every sportsbook posting odds, these books have invested hundreds of millions of dollars collectively in their ability to set lines. They all have his under super heavily favored. So we're just following the data, right? That's all we're doing at the end of the day. So my 6 picks on Parlay Play are right here. I have Cobb over 4.5 Ks, Butler over 31.5 PRAs, or points plus assists, sorry. William Karlsson over 2 shots on goal. Ezi Magbegor over 7.5 rebounds. Matthew Tkachuk under 3.5 shots on goal. Jose Barrios over 5.5 hits allowed. You know, they only have a max bet size of $60 on this platform, but whatever. Here are the 6 picks I'm going with. Really good promo on Underdog Fantasy. Definitely take advantage of it. Again, both of these platforms offer like $100 sign up bonuses. You sign up with promo code OddsJam, you get $100 for free. Don't forget to take advantage of the free $100. You know, pretty easy. And let's make some money, guys.